Here we are. Brand new podcast.
Episode 1 of Not Your Echo Chamber.
Yes, I'm your host, Jeremiah, and I'm joined by my co-host, Christopher.
I'm Christopher, and do you think we should, before we introduce ourselves, do you think we should explain the name?
The name of the podcast.
Yeah,
yes.
Not Your Echo Chamber.
Let me just explain. Well, yeah, explain the podcast to the people out there super quick for us.
All right, so this podcast is me and Jeremiah. We're going to be talking about specific topics. We're going to be talking about our week. We're going to talk about songs, movies, shows that we like, all from our perspective, which is happens to be Christian and maybe even a smidge conservative. Well, I'd say maybe a lot of a smidge conservative, but we also want to tell our life stories. We want to do cool drafts, and we just want to have fun and like chill out for like an hour somewhere, ballpark around that area. So, yeah, that's basically what this podcast is going to be. It's this format is not for everybody, so if you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. Podcasts aren't mandatory to listen to. So,
but yeah, just like don't let our views like get in the way of enjoying the podcast, because who knows, you might find our views on certain topics to be humorous, and that's what our goal is, to provide like an analysis almost of like the culture from a humorous perspective, hopefully, but also serious. And
I'm also gonna make you sit through my jokes for like 5 minutes. I wrote out a thing last night. I was up till midnight writing my jokes out.
So appreciate this, people.
Yeah, appreciate
this.
I put my heart and soul into this. So.
And I spent a full 15 minutes making this doc up, but I did also have to watch through a movie.
Oh yeah,
but
poor you, suffering the way you suffer for this podcast. Anyway, speaking of the show doc, do you want to go through and kind of lay out what this episode is going to be for the people?
Okay, let's do that. Okay, so like we said, we're Jeremiah and Christopher, and
we forgot to do the introductions because I'm just like explain the name, and I didn't actually explain. So so basically, Not Your Echo Chamber. Pretty much, I guess we already described it kind of like Not Your Echo Chamber. We're not going to repeat back to you what you want to hear. We're not going to tell you. I always like shows
that make you squirm.
That make you squirm. I'd rather have a show make me squirm than like tell me what I want to hear. Because if it's just telling you what you want to hear, it's just like, okay, that's old busted. It's like
to get you to like think about like why do you actually think what you think.
Exactly. Instead of just being like try hard, trying to get you guys like, please love us.
Please love us.
That's not the show's tagline. Please love us.
We have no spine.
We have no
Please
spine at
us.
all. We just want to be real. We just want to share what we have to say and maybe help you guys think about some of these things too. So today's show looks like we're gonna do a little bit of an intro here. Then we're gonna get into our weekly update.
And
then we have a segment that Jeremiah did not give the go ahead on. He doesn't know.
I did not know this was happening, and from what I've heard, this could be bad.
It could be bad. It could be really good. It could be like at least 25% hilarious.
At least 25. Wow, that's a pretty high percentage. You are pretty confident in yourself there.
Yeah, and
25.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, you know,
I put a lot of work into this.
I know some of the jokes are good. I wrote most of them last night when I'm like in this. I downed a 12-ounce like Baja Blast.
Whoa!
And then I hit the thing, and I was like,
kids, do not be downing Baja Blast before bed. I need to throw that out. Disclaimer.
And also, Baja Blast, that might come up later in the draft.
I'm like, whoa! Don't be giving that away.
After we do these reviews, then we're gonna head right into a fast food restaurant draft. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Okay.
We also have Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna hop in there to provide some, change of speaker, I don't know if that's a thing that podcast people do. But you can find us on the Twitter at NoEchoPod. If you can't find us, because we are kind of small right now, the first letters of No, Echo, and Pod are capitalized, and then you can just go right to our page.
Exactly. It's fire tweets coming soon, everybody.
Oh, yes. So not only are we here to listen to what you guys have to say, so like we said, we're going to be like reviewing movies, TV shows, music, podcasts, whatever. So if you guys have something that maybe you think would be funny, or maybe you seriously think our opinions are not horrible and you kind of want our opinions on stuff, you can send those into us at NoEchoPod.
We're only on Twitter. We're not on any of those other ones. Just Twitter.
in a few episodes, I'm going to ask people to review us on Spotify, but I don't know how many episodes we have to have out before people can review us. But yeah,
I have no idea.
reviews definitely help us. Just preferably the 5-star ones. Those help the most, especially if you actually think we're good.
They help us because they make us feel better about ourselves.
They do.
You gotta have self-care. Actually, don't. That sucks. Don't
Dude,
do self-care. I hate self-care.
I cry myself to sleep at night because I have no 5-star reviews.
I cry myself to sleep at night because I drank too much Baja Blast.
The Baja Blast.
Baja Blast. All right.
You
ready to get into this thing?
All right. You know what? Let's do it.
All right. Weekly updates.
Weekly update.
What's your weekly update?
Okay, so well, we're up here in the great state of hysteria. Gotta burn the stalkers, man. You can't let them find out where you are. But
That's true.
It was cold, so I'll tell you, we do definitely live in the Midwest, and Winter Storm Blair came through, and then it was really cold. Like, I mean, no joke. Like, it was actually like, I think when I was
so
there,
cold.
it was negative. Like, there was like a negative 17 wind chill.
It was the point of being so cold that there's literally like no snow and no possibility of snow,
Well-
just because no, the water in the air can't do anything.
And you don't even feel cold. Like, just all of a sudden you realize, oh, I'm frozen.
It's a
like,
cold down to your bones, and it starts the second you walk outside. It was crazy.
And so anyway, I work at Fleet Farm, which for those of you guys who don't know, because they are Midwest centric, it's like a farm supply store, kind of like Tractor Supply or. So I was at Fleet Farm, and we're like a farm store, and we have a yard where we sell like feed and lumber and salt and stuff, and I had to work outside in the cold, and it was cold, and I wasn't outside for very long because it was cold, and I started school a couple of weeks ago, so going to school for some trade school for welding and metal fabrication. And I get to use a $750,000 laser.
Yeah,
It's an
he's
expensive laser.
from my understanding, he's doing digger, trigger, and flex fuel welding. Is that correct?
I'm not sure how I feel about you using some of those words. I don't know.
That's what I was telling people. Like,
Is this
I said,
really,
it was just,
really-
it was some kind of thing where it's like kind of like that, and I just want to be facetious about it. I say it's digger, trigger, and flex fuel.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, this podcast is explicit now.
No.
Okay.
No.
Let's just be facetious. But yeah, so anyway, I had to work outside, and it was really cold. So that's my weekly update. I know it's lame, but I know you have a better one for me. So.
Oh, that's true. I have a weekly update. So you moved out of the house, so we have different weekly updates. So
We do.
basically, Sunday, I'm gonna go through my entire week.
Whoa.
This is not gonna be that long. Anyway, Sunday, I was remaking one of my videos to be a YouTube short.
You wanna plug your channel here?
Yeah, Buck Duck 2. If you want all of the in jokes that you don't understand, Buck Duck 2. Anyway, I'm gonna release one of these videos, and I guess maybe we can even tell the story later and like on a podcast, and I can release this video in conjunction with that. But
Yeah.
basically, yeah, it's basically. Yeah, well, I don't want to spoil it because we might actually tell that story eventually, so I won't say it. But yeah, I'm working on this video. It's gonna come out. Anyway, Monday, I have a story. So I work at Subway, and Subway it's pretty ghetto. The kind of people you meet working at Subway are like that crowd, and like
They couldn't make it into like Jersey Mike's or
yeah, no,
Papa
well,
John's.
literally. Well, side. This is just an aside here, but Jersey Mike's literally opened a store last year right next to our Subway, which is a total jerk move. They actually steal all of our business. Like we have pretty much the same driveway, and I would say 4 to 1 ratio of cars going to their store above ours. It's crazy, and they're not even that
sponsored.
good.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Yeah. Anyway.
Could
But-
be if you give us money.
Yeah.
We like money. Money's good.
Yeah. That's true.
Anyway, sorry.
But anyway, so basically what happened was I got into politics with my coworker. It's one of those moments where there's not work, and I got into politics with my coworker, which I started it as I was like I've been prodding my coworkers to talk with politics about me for a while because I love politics because it reveals a lot about how stupid the people are that lead us and how much it brings out about their unfilteredness brings out about humanity, and like. There are good people leading our nation, there are bad people leading our nation, and then there's just ones that are just like what are you even doing? How did you get here? Like, you had to have, I don't even understand it. Anyway, but basically, I had never come out with any deep opinion to my coworkers before this. So basically, I quote unquote came out as conservative.
You came out
I
as
had my
a-
coming out as conservative, and guess what? Me and her completely disagreed on every single thing. We completely disagreed on abortion. We completely disagreed on the transgender thing, the border, everything we disagreed on, and it's just like, and I did keep being like. Since we're on the opposite side of the spectrum, I just kept having to
Oh,
be
you're
like,
on the spectrum? No, I'm sorry. For all my autistic friends, I'm sorry.
okay. Anyway, we're on completely different sides, and I kept having to be like, it's cool, it's fine. I'm not judging you or anything. I kept saying that over and over again because I'm just like, you never know what people are just gonna be like. Yeah, basically, I came out as conservative, and
I think that should be the name of our name.
coming out
This
conservative.
spot.
That's what I was
Coming
thinking
out-
on the way here. Coming out conservative. It's a good name. Anyway, I came out as conservative, and we disagreed on everything. But in the end, we both just, I said, the conversation changed, and we both agreed that Paul Russell is a great human who makes good music.
Is that Lil Boo thing?
Yeah, Lil Boo Thang.
Dude, I was genuinely like, that was gonna be my recommendation for the week.
Oh,
like,
man,
when
that's
I was
great.
thinking about recommendations, I was like, dude, Lil Boo thing.
That's definitely one. If you don't do it, I'll do it eventually. But anyway, the rest of my week. Tuesday, the song that I'm gonna recommend dropped, and I listened to it with one of my friends, Matthew. Wednesday, and basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I just grinded through school. Like, I'm homeschooled. You're not because you're in college. But I basically grinded through all of schools. I just got through it, and that's pretty much it. And today, we're actually at a get-together with friends at the library.
And we're not with them.
Yeah,
we're
not
making
with
a podcast.
We're making a podcast.
So I hope you appreciate this and compensate us for our losses.
Yeah, because this is good media, and so you
This
need to
is-
appreciate this.
This is really good media. Next is your segment, dude. Take it away.
Next is my segment?
Next
All right.
is your segment. Take
All right.
it away, man.
All right.
Go wild.
This is a new segment I'm doing. I might do something with it, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be mostly me reading, but how we can do it is I can read it, and then we can stop in between each one and talk about the news stories, because I'm going to be going through the news and telling you my satirical jokes in between each one. So, you ready for this?
We're like the Onion now.
We're like the Onion, but no, we're just Babylon Bee. I'm wearing my Babylon Bee sweater today.
He
Bro,
actually.
speaking of that, while I was up there getting this room, a guy passed me and said, "I like your sweater." That's the first time
Wait.
since I've had this sweater that somebody literally came up to me and said it. And this library is it's a
Dude.
bit homo,
Dude.
but like that's the first time. Literally, I took this sweater down to Texas. I was in Texas for over a week. Nobody said anything about my Babylon Bee sweater, and they're all over Babylon Bee there. And then I come here back to the library in this very, very homo kind of town, and like this dude comes up to me and like, "I love your sweater," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan." And all of a sudden I realized I'm not alone.
We're not. It's not ghetto. It's homo.
Yeah, it's not ghetto. It's homo. Anyway, I'm gonna go through these. This is last week's news with Christopher Walgast. I'd like to begin by addressing the elephant in the room. Okay.
Excuse me.
Donald Trump was reelected to be the 47th president of the United States. Unfortunately, the corporate press announced their own return to the White House and has assured the American people that they will provide the most increative and hypocritical coverage blasting his administration's every action for the next 4 years. This next story is from my mom. Melania Trump drew attention at the inauguration ceremonies when she wore an American-designed outfit instead of her typical foreign get-ups. Her coat, blouse, and skirt were all handmade in New York City, as well as her hat, which can pick up channels as far away as Baltimore.
Did she have a big hat?
It was memes latched onto that hat, and like at first I was like, okay, I'm not in on the meme Melania like bandwagon, because like I switched over to like CNN like night of election, and they're just like, oh, the memes, that's so stupid. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not all on the memes. CNN's like, oh, the memes. I'm like, okay, not the memes.
Dude, I didn't watch this, so I'm getting my news from you.
Okay, this next part, yeah, I crossed out this part. I was trying to make a joke about a priest and a rabbi and somebody walking into the inauguration, because they had like 5 different people pray and none of them were Christian. I couldn't find the joke there. Anyway.
Wow. Bro's just slamming.
Yeah. Anyways. Alright, here's the next one. Trump signed over 100 executive orders during his first 24 hours as president. He signed one executive order for each gender recognized by the government during the Biden administration, banning all but 2 of them altogether.
Which ones?
I guess. Trump signed an executive order declaring America is in an energy crisis, which is strange, since already in the short period of time that he's been in the White House, the number of energetic presidents has gone up from 0 to 1. Trump reinstalled his Diet Coke button on the Resolute desk, but in a mishap, the first time he pressed it, a staffer accidentally brought nail polish instead, which is fine since the taste of both is nearly indeterminable. I'm a big hater of the Diet Coke. All right, we've got some fiery ones coming up next.
Oh boy, here we go.
Disappointing millions of Zoomers, trans millennials, and Chinese spy bots, TikTok was temporarily banned over the weekend before Trump signed an order to give parent company ByteDance 2.5 more months to sell to an American owner. Sadly, all the millions of 15-year-old girls had to just flop around like demented kangaroos with broken legs, all to themselves for a couple days without horrifying people on the internet while they did it. During that short period, the phones of America's teens had a deficiency of mediocre and unfunny entertainment until another Chinese app that is similar to TikTok called RedNote rose to popularity as a replacement for TikTok and became the #1 app in the App Store with over 10 million plus downloads.
I'm not a fan of the whole TikTok. I just feel like the content is better on YouTube. But
Oh, it's so much better.
by the way, guys, that's the kind of hot takes you guys are gonna get.
Yeah, it's watch this. It's about to heat up.
It's about to get spicy.
ByteDance has announced in a statement to the press that TikTok will be more accommodating to an Asian audience because of the ban, already rolling out a new update to the platform that only allows the app's videos to be viewed in landscape mode. In a shocking upset last weekend, the Detroit Lions, the first seed team, were destroyed by the Washington Commanders, 45-31 after their first round bye. Head coach Dan Campbell was brought to tears during his post-game press conference, taking responsibility for the team's loss. It makes sense that he was responsible. The Lions must have been extremely low T that game thanks to him.
All right.
The conference championship games will be held on Sunday the 26th, the Chiefs going up against the Bills and the Commanders going up against the Eagles.
Go Bills.
And for the Eagles' sake, I hope the games aren't simultaneous. This has been the last sports update that you will ever hear from me besides the Super Bowl. If you're wondering how I, as a non-sports fan, could say this much sports information without having any actual interest in sports, then it looks like a good time to transition over into today's sponsor, ChatGPT. Speaking of transition, just last week, Starbucks announced that they will be pushing back against customers who come to use only the restrooms and Wi-Fi without buying anything. So if you have to use the restroom and you pass a Starbucks, you'll also have to just push back until you make it home. Any violations of the rule will either see customers showed out of the building, or your violation will be measured, put in one of Starbucks' new Valentine's Day themed cups, and rung up before you continue. Cecil Richards, former president of Planned Parenthood, died this week, or as she would put it, a really, really, really late-term abortion. She lost the battle with brain cancer at the age of 67. Oh man, there goes another unwanted clump of cells ruining everything. After her death, she either joined the 333,000 men and women she decided didn't get to live, or Planned Parenthood founder Margaret Sanger. We don't exactly know which at the moment. The Bible Belt felt record low temperatures this week as white powdery substances fell from Texas through Florida, bringing with it record-breaking chilly temps. Unfortunately for hopeful nation Israel and Hunter Biden, it was just snow. The FDA officially banned red dye number 3 from the U.S. food supply, a decision made due to its carcinogenic effects on male lab rats. California, the epitome state of cancer, was the first to act executively on this news about cancer in male lab rats, issuing health warnings to Gen Z boys in its public schools about the possible danger. And on hearing the news, Pfizer had to cancel its new COVID-25 Cherry Blast Edition and corresponding vaccine. On January 30th, the Fire Aid Benefit Concert will take place, which is a star-studded event organized to raise funds for wildfire-devastated communities in SoCal. Headliners will include Billie Eilish, Jelly Roll, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Olivia Rodrigo, and pretty much every other artist whose music I absolutely despise. Unfortunately, most concert-goers will be people taking shelter in the Intuit Dome because they don't have homes, and they will be forced to listen to Jelly Roll wailing for somebody to save him from himself. Trump is declassifying documents related to the murders of JFK, RFK, and MLK, a long-awaited decision which will see the full release of JFK-related records over the course of 15 days and MLK and RFK records over 45 days. Once again, racist, bigoted Donald Trump making people of color wait longer for things than for white men. Novak Djokovic had to withdraw from the Australian Open semifinals after struggling through and losing the first set due to a muscle tear in his leg. I know I said I wouldn't give any more sports update, but this story raised a racket more than most others. Or didn't, whichever way you look at it. It's a tough break for him since this would have been his 25th Grand Slam title and 11th Australian Open championship. Hey, on the bright side, he may have lost and been injured, but at least he wasn't denied love. Trump virtually addressed the World Economic Forum last Thursday, which was his first international address of his second term. And unfortunately for the FBI, this kind of address was not the kind that has legal documents, medicine cabinets, and female wardrobes to raid. In the address, he emphasized his administration's commitment to restoring America's economy, encouraging businesses with low taxes for U.S. manufacturing and high tariffs for outside corporations. Hearing this, Chinese businesses now have to cut their costs even more by lowering salaries so that employees have to pay them for working for their company. Trump also criticized DEI initiatives, calling their narratives absolute nonsense. If Klaus Schwab only lets us choose between 2 bugs for humanity's food, we should at least get to tout recognition for only 2 genders as official policy, Trump asserted.
Was that a real clip of Trump?
Yeah, he actually was in the room reenacting it for us.
Wait, is he the elephant in the room?
Yeah, that's what the joke was. He's the elephant in the room.
Say hi to the podcast people, Trump, please.
Yeah, Trump, give me a break, man. Trump also stressed the importance of U.S. energy independence, advocating to drill, baby, drill, and use more good, clean coal. The WEF had to concede the energy effectiveness of using coal. Every WEF member had a personal surplus of the stuff left over from Christmas. The International Criminal Court has requested arrest warrants for 2 top Taliban officials, Hibatullah Akhundzada, Supreme Leader, and Abdul Haqqani, head of Supreme Court, accusing them of crimes for gender-based persecution of Afghan women and girls. After hearing of the chief prosecutor's arrest warrants, Donald Trump personally thanked both accused individuals for the way their sexism really brought the truth that there are only 2 genders. The ICC is also prosecuting them for crimes against the LGBT community, and upon hearing that news, Trump promoted both men to be honorary U.S. generals and asked them to help reform the U.S. Army to make it less gay. This has been the last week's news with Christopher Walgast. At least 3 or 4 of those jokes were good. Always remember, only Christopher's opinions of the news matter. Repeat line, end of speech.
That has to become a staple of our podcast.
I stayed up all of last night working on that one.
Dude, those were so good. Legitimately so good. If you guys love those, please give us a shout out on the Twitter. Let them know how much you guys love those. And
Adam Yenzer, you are my hero. Shout out to you.
This is so good. Okay. All right, well, let's get into the next segment. It's time for, I guess we'll just call this media review for now. So in this segment, we're just going to be taking whatever it is, whether it's music, whether it's a book, whether it's a movie. This week we're doing movies, and we're just going to talk, each of us are going to talk for a little bit about one movie that we've seen recently or maybe not seen recently, or just something that we know pretty well and that we have an opinion on that we would like to share. And I don't know, do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I can go first. So
okay.
I want to start out with my song recommendation for the week. I want to turn my list over here because I don't want you to see my draft.
Nope, sorry, you're good.
But my song recommendation for the week is Mike Malagy's. He has a new song he just released called Plan B. And bro is on fire. Like, I can't believe some of his lyrics sometimes. They're so good. He's a Christian rapper. He's just like, nobody's even in his lane when it comes to lyrics. Like, this guy is crazy. Like, sometimes I can't believe how good it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Anyway, Plan B, basically, it's what it sounds like. God's plan A. I don't really need a plan B. But he's on fire. I also suggest every single other one of his songs. He's so good. You can just grind through his music and it's all so good. It's not melody focused. It's more of like the words focused. So.
Yeah. How would you, on a scale of like, I know we're not like a family friendly like recommendations podcast, but like on a scale of like family friendliness, like say hypothetically if you wanted to play that around say like your kids or something, how would you rate it?
I would say around kids, I would say definitely solid 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
That song specifically, I would say 10 out of 10 for family friendliness and 11 out of 10 for spiritual meaning.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because that song is excellent. Some of his songs he mentions like some things like he's a Christian, so he's part of the 1% of 1%. So he's not hooked on you know what. So yeah, I would say most of his songs are good to listen to. I would say listen through them first. The spiritual meaning of all of them is excellent. I would say I definitely recommend him for how spiritually encouraging his songs can be. As a Christian, they really lift me up. Yeah. So his lyrics are unmatched by anybody.
All right.
He just keeps getting better.
Cool.
I did have another song I was gonna recommend because of the TikTok ban. It seemed timely. But yeah, that is not really the center of attention anymore. So anyway, whatever.
Okay. Did you have a movie or a thing?
A movie?
Yes, your
I didn't
movie.
exactly have a movie.
Okay.
I did have a show though, and I was gonna
Okay.
recommend Lego Disney's Rebuild the Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't seen anything this good since the Freemaker Adventures. It was really good. I really liked it. Lego Star Wars. I think they've been doing better than like Star Wars. Basically, this show is about like a kid stumbles onto a Jedi temple and accidentally reconfigures the entire universe and makes everything messed up, and like the good guys are bad guys and sometimes the bad guys are good guys, and like it's all crazy, and like he's trying to figure out how to put everything back together. And then at the second to last episode, you just get like a gut punch at the very end, and everything just looks like it's over. And it's pretty cool because the bad guy's ship is like a giant brick separator, and like they have Emperor Palpatine in that show, and he's hilarious. Lego does the best Emperor Palpatine ever. He's so funny. He's got like the voice kind of let down like this, and he's like, in the Freemaker Adventures, I remember he had this line where he's like, "Was there a sale?" That was my favorite. Anyway, but yeah, it's a really good show. It's the Lego animation. It's like the mix between like Lego and like real, kind of like the Freemaker. So,
what's your family friendly factor? The
family friendly factor. I would definitely say for family friendliness, I would give that a definite 10 out of 10. There was some like prodding, like they had to have like a boss girl in there or whatever, and like take not like whatever. It's whatever. But like I would say family friendliness definitely 10 out of 10 because it's definitely a very family friendly show. You can watch it with kids.
Would the parents still enjoy it?
The parents would definitely still enjoy it. Okay. My dad loves it. He loves it so. My dad does not rewatch stuff right away, and we rewatched like 2 episodes of that with you in one night.
We did.
So
it was good.
Yeah. So
right.
What's your recommendation?
Okay. So this week, recommendation. All right. Okay, guys, sit back. Get ready for a fire take. All right. I know a lot of people that think that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is the best Spider-Man. It's like the OG Spider-Man. Okay.
You're not going to get any pushback from me.
All right, so the OG Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, I watched it. Guess what, guys? You're not going to believe this. I didn't like it. It came out in 2002, and it doesn't hold up, man. Like, the costuming, the set, just the general look of everything, it looks old. Tobey Maguire, look, I'm not attacking my boy, but, bro always looks like he's smiling. Like, genuinely. Even when he's trying to play, just the way his face is, he just, like, it feels like he can't really, like be a serious actor just because the way his mouth kind of curls up at the edges. And he kind of, like, he phased out sometimes, during the movie. So just kind of to give you guys a background, we're very character and story driven. So while I'm talking about themes like this in the movie, we do try and really analyze, like, if a movie has bad characters, like Captain Marvel, which we'll talk about on a future show, I'm sure, like, it's just, like, it brings down the value. So that's kind of where we're coming from. All right, I'm just going to kind of get deep here, but if I'm being completely honest, like, in this show, all the guys are, like, sleemos, like, no joke. And every girl is just an item. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't, like...
What show is this?
The original Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. It doesn't... And it just, like, if you watched it when it came out, maybe, when the culture was different.
So
but
you're anti-eye candy characters?
Yes, very. There were some moments, I'm 18, right? And my 18-year-old roommate... We looked away from this movie. Like, we were like, bro, I cannot be watching this right now. Family-friendly factor, 0, dude. There's, like, it's violent, too. There's some, how likely are you to watch this movie?
How likely? And care about it? 2 out of 10 for family-friendliness.
Okay. Before Spider-Man, so, spoiler, by the way, if you haven't seen Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I think that the statute of limitations is kind of up. I have a good statute of limitations story. More on that later.
More on that. And I'm with you, dude. They're crazy. The people are crazy. But we'll talk about that maybe later on in future. But so like, what was I even talking about?
You're gonna spoil the movie.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Before he becomes Spider-Man, bro lets a bad guy go past him, and he kills his uncle, the guy that goes past him. Then Spider-Man proceeds to hunt this guy down before he's like a hero, Spider-Man. He hunts this guy down and kills him before he becomes a hero. And it's like, it's violent. Like I said, just unhinged stuff that it doesn't need to be in a movie. In this Spider-Man movie, it's like they're seriously trying to push costumes that look like that. So it's like, dude, Green Goblin looks like so low tech, you know?
Oh.
It's like a low tech green. I mean, the Spider-Man suit is super iconic. That's the only thing it has going for it. I'm going to give it personal recommendation 1 out of 10, and I think I'm being really generous for the spider suit, dude. The iconic Tobey Maguire spider suit is the one in that movie.
That's why it's not 0 to 10.
Yes. Not family friendly, really. Doesn't hold up. I'm sorry to all my peeps who love that movie. It just didn't stand out to me. So that's my take for the week. I didn't really prepare any songs or anything, so.
All right. Well, that's what we got for that. Then, moving on, do you want to get to... do you want to... My statute of limitations story is quick.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
But it's like... I'm not going to go into too much detail because people might be offended or whatever. But
I'll give you a list of names.
Basically,
Sorry.
I got cyberbullied so hard. I got dogpiled for spoiling Episode 5 of Star Wars.
Star Wars!
Freaking Star Wars.
Dude,
the movie that came out in like 1970 something. Bro,
70.
it's been almost 50 years since this thing came out. This thing affects so much of culture. It's like literally it's in everything. Like literally Adventures in Odyssey album 3 when it came out, whenever that was, literally spoiled Star Wars. Like, and also the line, "No, I am your father" by Darth Vader.
Oh, spoiler!
Oh, spoiler, yeah. I got dogpiled so hard for that. And it's just like,
What?
It was so, ugh.
Like, okay.
And
so
it was on this one Discord server with my friends, and they like all like piled on top of me, and I'm like, what is the reason that, I don't know, statute of limitations is so over on that movie?
Yes, if you agree, please join us. Give us your...
There is a statute of limitations, and it was like 10 years, and like if you don't know that, it's just like, I don't even know where you're even living. Because literally they named a ginormous beetle that they found underwater. It's like this ginormous beetle. It's like as big as someone's torso. It's like crazy. They called the Darth Vader beetle. They just found it. Look it up. It's some like Darth Vader crustacean kind of thing, and it's crazy. Like, Star Wars is all over the culture and everything. If there's no way you can just say there's a statute of limitations for Star Wars.
But yeah, give us your guys' statutes of limitations. Send us to those at NoEchoPod. Let us know what you guys think, and tell us if...
Yeah, am I crazy? Tell me at NoEchoPod, at NoEchoPod on Twitter. Tell me if I'm stupid. If there's actually a... Yeah, and I'll let the ratios know. I'll let the ratio tell me that I'm completely wrong about Star Wars.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, dude, that's just crazy. Dude, I got angry. Like, my brother instincts were, like, kicking in. Like, I was about to go, like, get up.
Savage.
I was about to go...
Savage mode.
Randy Savage elbow drop from the top rope on these folks.
All right. You ready to do our draft?
Dude, I'm ready for this. And then I'm ready to go eat lunch.
Oh, man, I'm ready to go eat lunch. And lunch may be on our list here, so get ready, everybody.
All right.
You ready to do this?
Let's do this.
Welcome to the draft. And,
Okay.
How many rounds do you want? First, I want to lay it out. So,
Okay.
Draft, you guys pretty much know what that is. We're drafting basically a fantasy team of these restaurants. What do we think are the best fast food restaurants? Now, straight off the bat, I want to ask you, pizza restaurants.
I have a couple on my list. I was not sure.
I'm going to say no pizza restaurants.
No pizza?
Because if you think
Okay.
about it, like, you get into it of like pizza isn't. I don't really consider it fast food. Like whatever.
Okay, so we're
At No Echo Pod, if you think it's fast food, whatever. But
we're our basically our line is basically we're thinking like basic places that you think of like for the food, not necessarily because you could say Little Caesars is a fast food joint, but we're thinking your burger, fries. And
yes,
your
exactly. The
medium-
iconic combo: burger,
Okay.
fries, drink.
Okay.
What's your What's your go-to?
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna give the first round pick to you since it was your idea to start this podcast in the first place. Go 6
Okay.
rounds.
6 rounds. Yep, snake draft style.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna give the first pick to you, even though I know I've already lost this thing.
Well, the question is,
I saw your list. Our 101 is the same.
I know our 101 is the same. Okay. Well, then I have to take that
Because
even
if
though
you don't, I am going to be.
I know
all
you're
over
going
that.
to take it, but there's one that I feel like deserves the 101 spot. Okay.
There's one I feel like doesn't deserve the 101 spot, but it's
McDonald's?
so much No.
Dottie.
No, McDonald's is so good. But I think there's one that people want me to say is number one, and I'm just like, it's bland. It's bland. So
Wait. Hold on. I wish I had some feedback right now because there is that one. But I could break your heart by taking your Mexican restaurant right now. There is one that we both like. But
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I will give you I will give you yours. I will take Taco Bell.
Oh, you took Taco Bell?
I took Taco Bell because I'm a young man. I can take it. But I know there's one that you
Taco
want
Bell was
more.
the clear 101. Far and away was the number one.
Dude, those chalupas, dude, their boxes that they
Their
have.
Crunchwrap Supreme is so good, and Baja Blast.
That $7 box that they have. Good deal.
Deluxe Cravings. I'm craving it right now.
It's super good. But I left you your Mexican food place. Your place is still out there if you're smart enough to remember it.
Yeah, but that was going to be my last round pick. I don't even think you would think of that. Okay.
I just know it's up there.
Just forget it. Whatever. Arby's, fine. Whatever.
No!
Okay,
I'll
okay.
trade you. I will trade you. I want Arby's.
Okay.
I wanted Arby's more than Taco Bell, but
Did you?
I thought you would let Arby's go.
That's right. Eat it, but you won't. I took it.
I want that half-pound beef and cheddar, baby.
Oh man, the beef and cheddar that sent me to the restroom with a smile on my
Okay,
face.
look at this. Okay, I have written down here my first two. Taco Bell, my note is my life. Taco Bell's my life. Arby's is my death. Because, dude, Arby's is so dangerous, but I love it so much.
Taco Bell primed the shoe for Arby's. Disappointed I didn't get it. If we could swap picks, we would, but there's no way. We can't do it.
We're not going to do that, but, okay.
All right. Anyway, we're snake drafting, so then I get another pick, and then you get two.
Yep.
Unlike that. So, Taco
Sorry.
Bell.
I almost saw
Arby's.
McDonald's. Don't worry. I'm not going to take that one.
Okay.
I don't like McDonald's.
Okay, then that's good because that was going to be my next pick. But I'm going to take one that
I shouldn't have said
maybe a little personal bias, but I'm going to take Subway because honestly, fast
next
food.
on my list.
So yeah, that's right. We both worked there at some point in time. You did. Then not a year later after you quit, I started working there. Subway is so good. I can't believe how good it is. I came to love it. I didn't discover it till I started working there, but it's so good.
My note is I can pretend it's healthy because of that. Okay, I'm gonna take my next round pick, which is Culver's. I know that the difficulty in Culver's is it's not national. It's mostly here and in the Midwest, here in the Midwest, and then it's over in down in the Southwest actually, surprisingly enough. But Culver's Truthers, come to me, give
I
me
have
the
one
votes.
word for you, and I said it already in the podcast. Bland.
Mushroom and Swiss, dude. The mushroom and Swiss is so good.
Those burgers are
Whatever.
like giant and greasy, and they just have no flavor.
That's valid.
Somebody asked me to go to like the quote unquote best one in the area, and I did. And you know what? It was bland, and the burgers were greasy. And like, I had the pickle burger, which I had so much hope for, but basically cooking the pickles and deep frying them took all the flavor out of the pickle. Like the pickles had no flavor, and like. I'm a banana pepper guy now because they have even more flavor. So just switching from Subway over to that is just like flavor tier down. Like
That's fair, but I have,
not as many sauce options at all.
I have one word for you, and that is cheese curds.
That's 2 words.
It doesn't matter. I'll take all the cheese curds, and they're okay. But okay, now I'm faced with a kind of a difficult choice here. I'm gonna be completely. Oh, I gotta take Little Caesars off my list here. So goodbye. I will take Little Caesars.
No, you'll
Thank
not be
you.
taking Little Caesars. Little Caesars
I
is
will.
far and away my favorite pizza place, but like, yeah, you can't take it just because of like price and also I love Little Caesars so bad.
Did you get to have the pineapple Pepsi when it was there? I know you're a
No, I
Pepsi
did
guy.
not. I am a Pepsi guy, and I'm a Pepsi guy in a Pepsi world. I hate that song so bad. Anyway, you know the Barbie song?
I do.
I hate
do.
that song so bad.
Okay.
But anyway, Subway's getting Pepsi products, and I am happy about it because we're keeping Dr. Pepper.
No way.
Yeah,
Because it's a.
and root beer too.
Because it's its own like exclusive thing. Like Dr. Pepper is its own.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Dr. Pepper, and then they own 7-Up too. But we're not getting 7-Up. We're getting Starry.
Oh.
Which is water. It's literally toilet water. I hate Starry.
With bubbles in it.
Oh, man, I'm drinking so much Sprite every day I go into work. So like, I'm just like saying farewell to it. I have like my 64-ounce.
No way.
Is full of the bottles of Sprite.
You were going to
emptied
die, bro.
I am. It's still half full. Like, yeah, my stomach hurts.
You're gonna die.
Anyway, that
All right.
also helped last night. Anyway, you picked. You have Taco Bell Culver's. I have Arby's and Subway. You have one more pick before it's to me.
And I'm about to take a
You're
pick.
on the turn.
I'm about to take it. We're both on the
We're
turn,
both
bro.
on the turn.
I'm about to take a pick exclusively for one item. I think their burgers are good, but they have one item that is just so good.
Are you going with?
And it is Frosted, and it is E,
Oh.
and it is the Frosty, and I will be taking Wendy's.
Yeah, that may or may not have been my next pick.
Dude,
Wendy's.
I watched my brother, our older brother. I watched him.
Eating there was so
No.
cool.
No.
Eating there was even better.
No, I went to go get the new pineapple frosty, which was okay, but they didn't put enough pineapple in when I had it. But we got him a burger there. We got him a triple stacked burger. Watching him house that thing looked like a delightful experience. So I might go try Wendy's at some point because I've heard they have probably the highest quality of the burger world. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so far these are genuinely just going in order of my list so far. We're down.
Right. I don't know about this next one, but I have had this once. You were with me. The whole family was with me. I had a Ginormous soda, and it was good. I enjoyed it. It was down in Texas only. We don't have any up in the Midwest where we live. But I'm gonna pick Whataburger.
No! I wanted them. I was gonna add to my single item combo, and I was gonna take the strawberry Fanta, dude.
Yeah.
I have never had strawberry Fanta anywhere else. Shout out to Whataburger. Your burgers,
Speaking of red dye number 3.
dude, your burgers were mid, and your fries were stringy, which I'm not a stringy fry
I love
fan.
stringy fries, which is why I'm gonna pick McDonald's, and you can't stop me.
I'm not gonna try to stop you, dude. Take it. I don't care. I don't.
All right, I will, but not this time. I'm glad you took Culver's because. Wait, I didn't take Culver's. Yeah, I'm glad you took Culver's because honestly, if I'd picked it, it would have been so disingenuous. I wouldn't have meant it at all. So I'm glad you picked Culver's and you picked Wendy's. I feel like I would have been disingenuous too because those are definitely your top 3. I think. Do you go to Arby's and Subway a lot?
Arby's I go to probably most of all.
Really?
When I'm dropping. Dude, I was like, I gotta try Wendy's out sometime. I go up in the school town where I am. Our Arby's is right next to our Wendy's.
Oh,
And I pivoted.
There should be some government area code that's like you can't have it that's that close.
I straight pivoted. I was about to turn into Wendy's. Did a full turn into the Arby's, picked up a half-pound beef and cheddar, and I enjoyed it. And you don't deserve that pick. Arby's should have been mine.
Arby's is so good. I have an Arby's story actually. So
Arby's.
I forgot to tell about the Arby's story. So basically, camp is over. We're camping up north. Everybody's gone. It's just us. We finished cleaning up our cabin. We're just holding on to these last memories, and everybody's gone by 10 o'clock. We hang around till I don't know, is it 3 o'clock or something? Just hanging on, hoping that we don't have to leave and say goodbye because we had memories there, counseling, camping for a whole month spent there, and it's we don't want to leave. And eventually we do, but basically instead of leaving, we decided that we were just going to get Arby's. me and my friend Silas, we made an Arby's run, and then we came back and we just ate Arby's at a picnic table. And then your truck was having problems, so that was actually the reason we stayed. So yeah, we did that. Then we finally eventually left. But yeah, we basically, my memory of Arby's is we're hanging on to camp. We don't want it to end. We're getting Arby's as our comfort food. Sobbing into our beef and cheddars.
Their buffalo sliders are actually super baller.
We got their sliders, and they were so good.
They're the best. Okay, anyway, should I take my next pick now? Or wait, no, you have to.
I have another pick. And
Take
my last 2 picks are guaranteed. You said one of them, and the other one, I know.
You actually have 3 more picks.
Yeah, and which is why I'm confident about this. So next one I'm going to take is another one with a story. I'm going to take Burger King.
Okay. All right.
I know you can have Taco Bell covers and Wendy's. You can have it your way. Because I'm taking Burger King. And so basically the story is recently, it's not much of a story, just that my friend Matthew, he knows that his dad will go to any restaurant if he just like, I feel like going to that restaurant. It only for Burger King. It's only for Burger King. So he said, man, I really feel like Burger King right now. So then they literally got to go there like... It is just a funny story. And then on the way home, we literally got Burger King. Like, the one we went to was closed. So we were like, we are getting Burger King today. So we went and found a Burger King on the way home from church. And it was great. We had Burger King. That was wonderful.
Oh, dude. Burger King. I don't know. Not a huge fan, but...
I love that they're disingenuously... Is that the word I'm thinking for? They're not disingenuously greasy. They're genuinely greasy. Is what I'm saying. Ingenuously. All right, you have a couple picks now.
Guess what? You took the king.
What?
I'm taking the queen. I'm taking
Wasn't
Dairy
even on my
Queen.
list.
Dude,
what
Dairy
am I
Queen.
doing?
Those are like my favorite fries probably in the world.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm not even joking. I tried to think so hard last night of everything, and I thought I had everything. I didn't even get Dairy Queen. And that's literally the last one I've been to besides working at Subway. That's literally the last one I've been to. And
Dairy
something
Queen
weird
is...
kind of happened. It's so...
Wait, is this the TVs?
This is the old man story.
Oh, the old... Yeah, that was...
So we're on our way back from Texas. We went to Houston, then Dallas, and we're coming home. We stopped in Illinois, I think it was, or like southern Wisconsin or something to get food, so we went to Dairy Queen.
Okay.
And this guy comes over, this old guy, he gets his ice cream. He's kind of like a folksy kind of guy. He's like talking with the ladies behind the counter. They're kind of joking like, oh, I thought I was going to see you here yesterday. And so he gets his ice cream and he comes over, and we're the only people in the restaurant. We're kind of sitting over in the corner at these booths. And he comes over and he just kind of stands over our table. And I don't know what he's doing. But my sister Natalie, she's just obsessed with the TV behind her. So she's just looking backwards, not even eating her food. So I took one of her fries. I took one of her fries and I poked her in the face with it. And the guy, his hand instinctively just went out like that. Like, just kind of scooped his hand up like that right after my fry was took away. And he's like, don't do that. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, can I sit next to you guys? And we're like, okay. And so basically the old man ate his ice cream next to us. It was kind of weird. It was so weird that his instinct was just like reach out his hand and like scoop like where the fry was gonna be and like so weird. I don't know what that was. I just did this to see what he'd do. It was so weird. Fry. He's so weird.
We'll call him Scoopy Fry Man.
Scoopy Fry, old Joe Biden ice cream man.
Look, okay. When you guys are out there, don't be a Scoopy Fry Man.
Don't be the old guy scooping for the fries.
Don't be
the expression, swinging for the fences. Don't be scooping for the fries.
Don't be scooping for the fries, guys. Bros out there just scooping for the fries.
All right, you have another pick.
I have another pick. Okay.
Scooping for the fries.
Okay. I have a really hard choice here. Let me look at my list. Let me see what it is that I want. My choice is between good and evil. Right and wrong.
It's a moral battle.
It's a real battle. And the question is, do I bring the pain? Or
do you bring the T-pain?
Okay, hold on. I have to ask because this should really be on my list if it is. Do you consider Brahms to be a fast food place?
Yes, but I would say you don't get to take it because you haven't been there.
Brahms? That's where we went in Houston.
Yeah, but you didn't go there to get fast food.
I want it for the ice cream, dude. That's why I want it. Either that or I would very much like...
I'm opposed to it, but it's literally a 2-person vote.
I have a pick that I know is super powerful, and they're good, but they're just like... It would be a disingenuous pick, you know what I'm saying?
So leave it for me.
Well...
Leave McDonald's for me.
No, this is no McDonald's, dude. This is the bougiest of the bouge. You know what I'm talking about. The fast food restaurant that is like the top of the top.
What is
that
it?
is not open on Sunday.
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
But I they're incredible.
They're on my short list.
But I've only been there once, dude.
Me
'Kay.
too, and it was mid.
The waffle fries,
Waffle fries were.
they're okay. They're like a delightful experience.
They were
but
okay once, but,
but they're
I'm not
not.
gonna be like waffle fries. Gotta go back for the waffle fries.
The chicken was actually good. I had a grilled chicken. It was
Yeah.
really high quality, but it's like, you know what? I'm excluding it.
It was chicken bun, and it was not perfectly vertical. It was like slanted over to the side. It was like haphazardly placed. So
Poor performance.
gotta make your pick.
Okay. You know what? See, I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to be mean.
Do you want to be mean or not? I literally kept
don't.
talking so you could make your pick.
I don't want to be mean. Thank you for I don't know what that's called. Anyway, I'm gonna take Sonic because we've
Sonic?
been there before. I'm not gonna be mean. I'm gonna take Sonic because I actually do
okay.
like.
That's true.
Okay.
I didn't even think of that. 'cause
Here's
you
my
know,
note.
We don't even have Sonic.
Here's my note. Tater tots. The tater tots
True.
at Sonic were pretty good, homie.
We did eat outside.
It's like an interesting experience of like the
The tater tots were yummy.
Tater tot
I agree to that. In fact, the tater tots flavor.
Sonic. And I know it's pretty popular too, so hopefully that can get me some votes.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so I got a couple picks here, so I might as well just do it. I'm gonna make the powerful combo. I'm gonna take the double punch, the 1-2 punch of McDonald's and Qdoba.
Yeah,
So,
see, Qdoba is your place.
yeah, I went there
Qdoba
once.
is your Mexican.
I only went there once though. But you've never been there. So it
I
makes
have.
sense.
I've been there once.
Really?
I remember at least walking in.
Really? So
I
it's
think
much
we,
yours as it is mine. I just probably enjoyed it more than you.
I think we walked in and then walked out.
Oh.
Like I think we decided not to buy anything. It might have been expensive.
You're gonna combat that with Chipotle. Anyway, I don't have a story about each except for the fact that McDonald's $5 meal deal is excellent.
Well, I was gonna say look, let's be honest here, people. In-N-Out, I can't talk about it.
Can't
I've
talk
never
about
been
any
there.
of it. Can't talk about In-N-Out.
You guys podcast people wondering why Chipotle wasn't drafted? Never been there.
Yeah, it's true.
Never been there. Hardee's? Never been there.
Hardee's never been there, or Carl's Jr.
Starbucks? Overrated. We talked about them on the
It's true.
podcast. They will sell you your whiz if you walk in there.
They'll put your violation in a cup and charge you for it.
Dude, it feels like you're saying things that you put your violation in a cup and what is it, digger welding?
yeah, you're doing digger, trigger, and flex fuel. What is it actually though?
It's MIG, metal inert gas, TIG, tungsten inert gas, and flux core welding. Fine, I'm gonna take KFC
KFC. That was on my bottom of my short list.
because
I
I put down there cheap, quote unquote homemade food because it's like you can pretend that you're eating stuff your mom made, but it's just not good.
Yeah.
I mean it's good, but it's not mom level. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. From the Colonel.
Right. Okay.
Anyway,
so
what do you have left on your list?
any waivers?
I
I put.
Basically, the only thing that hasn't been mentioned is Chili's. They're frozen in the back, though. I don't think they're technically fast food.
They're
so they
not
don't
a
count.
QSR, yeah. All these things got picked. Chick-fil-A did not.
You did pick Chick-fil-A? Okay.
I did
that's
not
right.
take Chick-fil-A
That's
because
right.
it feels so
Disingenuous.
disingenuous.
Yeah. So.
And I know people love it, dude. We are gonna get dude. Somebody could build a waiver of Starbucks, Chipotle, and Starbucks, Chipotle, In-N-Out, Hardee's, Starbucks, and just
I
dominate.
know they would
us.
totally dominate us, but I have literally never been to most of those.
But
Or
it's
most of
so-
it's disingenuous.
It feels.
not that good. Not that good.
It does. It feels so fake. So
Anyways.
anyway,
So I'm gonna read off our picks here.
go ahead.
So your picks were Taco Bell, Culver's, Wendy's, Dairy Queen, Sonic, and KFC. Very powerful team. I feel like I'm a bit of tier 2 here with Arby's, Subway, Whataburger, Burger King, McDonald's, and Qdoba. I feel like I have that almost backwards of how it would be if I picked it based on how many restaurants there are almost, but not Qdoba. There's not a lot of Qdobas.
Arby's,
Arby's. They
I
have the
deserved
meats. They have the meats. It's true.
and I don't because you took them from me.
All right, so that's it for our draft today. I guess it's time for the outro then.
Yeah, I didn't plan the outro.
Didn't plan the outro? Okay.
What are we
You
doing?
know I'm good at doing outros, so
I'll throw our handle up here and go to town, baby.
yeah, so we're at No Echo Pod. Capitalize all the first letters of each word, no spaces, Twitter. So at Echo Pod. Also, it's called X now, so whatever. But yeah, so if you have any suggestions for the show, any things we could correct, if you like it at all, any comments whatsoever, just hit us up there at No Echo Pod.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys. Anything really, as long as you're not like saying stuff that shouldn't be on the internet.
Yeah, and you're kind of the kind of person who scoops for the fries. So don't scoop for the fries. I guess we'll see you guys next week if this thing takes off. But anyway, thanks for listening. See you later.
Yep, listen on Spotify, and as soon as you can, rate us. Please give us 5 stars. Love us, please.
Bye. So every time I look over, we're in these conjoined room. They're not conjoined. It's like there's a window between them, and every time I look over, they're just looking at us, and just there's these points where they're just looking at us, and they're just staring at us. I'm like, okay, and yeah. So all our friends are in the other room playing at Cards Cushions Like, and we are over here. Why playing Cards Cushions Like? Because we're recording a podcast.
Appreciate this podcast, people. Why is there a window here? Let's be honest. Let's spitball here.
There's a window in between these conference rooms. Why is there a window in between conference rooms? Why would you need a window in between conference rooms? Because first of all, when I asked the lady to get this room, I had to show her ID and all that stuff. I had to show her my library card.
Whoa.
And she said that she first said that I couldn't rent this room use this room because I was already with another group. So if two groups can't be in conjoined rooms, why would there be windows for them to like communicate with each other? Is glass cheaper or something? I don't get it.
Get it together, library.
It's probably just like open concept libraries. Like we want to be able to see everything from everywhere. So there's like 3 of these walls have windows on them, and the one that doesn't is literally the outside wall.
The ears have walls.
Anyway, okay. But
guys, we are not racist. Okay? We're not. We actually love all people. I couldn't help
it. I wanted to make an Asian like squished up eyes joke, and like
we love.
It was right there.
We do, but we do. We do love all. We love
all races and
all.
Bro,
people.
I make the most fun of white people.
White people are so dumb though.
I'm a full on cracker, and I just make fun of white people. It's just sometimes it's easy to make fun of the other ones too.
Dude, all I'm gonna say is that the state of country music today is mostly sad.
Yeah, Jelly Roll.
Listen to
Somebody Save Me.
Listen to "Murder on Music Row" by George Strait and Alan Jackson.
That is our recommendation of the week. Listen to that song.
Go listen to that song. It's not even recommendations week. Sorry.
Like, is Midwest doxing us? Because Midwest is pretty big.
I don't know.
We're probably fine.
My Iowanians, I love you guys. Minnesotans, Michiganders.
He pretty much just Wisconsinites. Yeah, those are the best.
North Dakotans.
All right. Yeah.
South Dakotans.
Yeah. Anyway, what's your update?
Missourians. Oh, sorry. No.
I'm gonna skip that next joke. Basically, TikTok is for girls, so Red Note is for girls.